What's up, Rockstars? How's it going? Today, I'm going to be unboxing my very first box of Warhammer 40k. I've chosen the Grey Knights, I've chosen the Paladins because they got a cool banner. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Now, as always, before I get started on all this, I want to thank my patrons and YouTube members. It is through their support that much of this channel is possible. This would not be here if not for them. So thank you so much to them. I really appreciate everything that they do for us and this channel and this community. But even if you're not a member of that, though, if you'd like to, again, links in the description below to join that. Just a simple like or a share or a comment just telling me that, you know, what I cover is appreciated or, you know, was enjoyable or helpful in any way. Keeps me going more than you know, so thank you so much for all of those kind comments. I'm going to go ahead and open this now because I'm actually really excited. So, first, as I do this, a little story. I have had Warhammer miniatures before. Way back when I was a teenager, I had like some metal orc miniatures, and I had one box, I think, of just like boys that was plastic, if I recall correctly. So I guess technically I've had some Warhammer before, but we're talking several decades at this point, and it's just not something I really recall. And like I said, they were really early. They were just starting to turn plastic, so a lot of them were metal, and I'm really excited to get some really nice hips miniatures from this. I think this should be really cool. I believe this box can make either Paladin or Terminators. I like the helmets of the Terminators more, so I'm a sucker for Knights in general. This is a 1-to-1, that's kind of cool, so they're that big. Always have been, like medieval knights, and so when I saw the Grey Knights here, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. When I saw that they are actually a really cheap army, just because they don't have a lot of units, I'm like, oh, that's even cooler. So I decided to get that. So I haven't even read the rule books, the rule book yet. I need to do that. There's like a codex thing or something. I need a lot of stuff to go ahead and get started, but I'll be diving into this deep hole and hopefully I can find my way back out at some point. Okay, so we start out with something I've not seen before. I guess they come with instructions now, which is kind of cool. This looks nice. Choose the variant you want to build, and a whole bunch of different languages. So there's the Paladins and the Terminators. It's in black and white, but you know, fairly decent paper. It's not like super skinny or anything like that. Like not like that stuff you can see through. Before assembling your miniatures, please read through the instructions in this booklet carefully. Yeah, maybe. Don't know about that. Okay, so it looks like they're just showing all the, I mean, good thing it's not. It's just like the different heads you can put on there and stuff like that. It's actually not that complex by the looks of it. I do enjoy assembly, so I'm actually fine with them coming on hips, trays like that. Oh, look at that, you even get some art. Now again, it's not color, but this is still nice. That's kind of cool that they do this. Oh, look at this. So they have the like the codex entry. I believe this is online too, so you can find that too. So the Power 10, I know like a little bit of this because I've been like watching YouTube videos, but not a whole lot. All right, interesting. So I think it may have been like 3rd edition when I played. It was something like that. And then I think it's just in the different languages. Okay, cool, cool. That's nice that they do that. So you can kind of make a decision. You know, I just like the look of these more, but I'll probably end up with both. I like the banner though, so maybe I'll do that. I guess I'll have to decide. Okay, looks like you get some bases, and I'm not sure exactly what size they are. Oh, super crinkly bag. That was nice. All right. Safety first. All right. Open that up, and you get some bases. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Throw that to the side. Move the miniatures out of the way. These seem nice. You know, I've never understood what the holes here are for. They just seem so random to me, and I never really understood why. They got a little pore spot here, so I'll have to trim that up on the sides on all of them. However, look at that. Copyright 1999. How old are these? Ooh, with holes. Without holes. Wait a second. I don't know what that means. Whatever. Anyway, they're nice. They got a little bit of texture, but I'll be basing them. If I can pick them up. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay, let's look at some of these. Let's look at this. Let's, we're just going to look, well, no, we'll zoom in a little bit. We'll do that. We'll zoom in. Why not? Okay, and we'll look at one tray at a time. Got my pointy stick. I'm looking at the back of most of them, but I can tell you right now, this is a world different from what I'm used to. The writing on here, Terra Titan, is just really, really good. That says champion right there, knight right there. A little bit of like a flash, I think, right there. And there is a mold line, a pretty obvious mold line right here. Like that's actually... Oh, it's like sort of a mold line. It's hidden very well. So it's right where the armor changes, right? So that's really, really well placed. So you can see there's a little bit of a mold line kind of around. I'll have to do some cleaning up. And then this right here looks like this would allow me to really pose them a lot because I can just kind of put them wherever, which is kind of nice. I'm assuming, yeah, this is the bottom part of it. So again, that's the one half of it. Here's like another half that I'd put on this, and I could turn it or maybe even tilt it a little bit, which is very cool. I like that a lot. I always look at chains. Let's look at chains. Exquisite chains, perfectly sculpted, immaculate, really. It says Shield Faith. These are cool in a little book there. Very well detailed, like really impressive. Like the texture here. You hear that? Oh, it's glorious. That is awesome. I'm excited. They have these, I think these are unique guns. I don't know if it's necessarily just to them, but it's definitely more unique. I remember looking at the stats when I first glanced at it. It's called like Inferno. And it's kind of like a flamethrower, but like I think it has guaranteed hits against demons or something like that. Some junk. I don't know. They got like... so one of the cool things is they have all these side weapons. So they often are like carrying 3 weapons, which looked really neat to me. Very cool. Now I'm noticing here we got like a demon skull here, and I don't know if this is for basing or if one of them had a demon head like that. Like I've seen this demon head, but that's not the same, is it? No, it's not. So where's the demon head? I don't even know. Oh, right there. Okay, so it's a basing thing. That's cool. That's cool. I dig that. Yeah, this is looking nice. These books look great. The little kind of skulls almost looking thing on the end of the blades look cool. I don't think it's a skull though. I think it's just a design, but it looks neat. Yeah, these look really nice. Let's go ahead and look at one more. Oh, I guess this cape is really cool too. That's going to show a wash and all that. Really, really good. All right, let's look at the next tray. It looks like we get 3 trays. Long, skinny, looks like a hair. Piece of plastic there. That's weird. So right here, it looks like we have the feet on these, and again it looks like they're really, really nicely posed. You know, they're not like just standing statically, which is very nice. I'm noticing an A and B on here. This is really nice. So you can tell the right arm from the left arm. I think I remember at one point when I was a teenager putting 2 right arms on a guy or something like that. I feel like that was a thing. That's certainly something that I would probably do. So it's nice to kind of see the A, B on these. And I don't know necessarily why these have it and these other ones don't. But they do. So I guess that's the thing. It's kind of cool. These weapons are much bigger than I thought they were going to be. They're definitely like 2-handed weapons held in one hand, which I appreciate. That's super cool. And then they have these really, really nice writing on. But I saw over here, look at all of that. All of that writing. My goodness. That's like a whole afternoon to paint. But that looks super cool. I don't know about you guys, but I really, really like this. I thought these look super, super neat. Here's the demon head that he's holding with the like goop, blood, and scarred face and all that coming out. And the book with like actual pages. Oh, that looks so awesome. Looks great. The kind of the shields that you can have, the various ones. So you got some blank ones that you could do something on, or a designed one as well. Maybe one of both. Very, very nice. And let's see, here's a unique one here compared to the others. Let's look at the next one. All right, so we got one more here. And oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, this is so cool. So I remember looking online on the Games Workshop site, and they showed these, but it's hard to appreciate. But this is fully sculpted. That is amazing. The detail level that they're able to do now is just insane. I would have never thought that would ever be the case where they sculpted something this intricate, which means I don't have to freehand it, which is great because I can't freehand it. So that's just awesome. Even like the billowy, because even if I was freehanded, even on a flat surface, I couldn't. But then to get the curves right and everything, wow, that is incredible. That is so, so cool. And then on the back, it looks like there's a little bit of ripple, but it's definitely almost like a silky kind of material that they're using. These hammers are super. Look at that hammer there. My goodness. So here's like a more normal sized weapon. They have a ton of weapons. My goodness. So they have all these, right? They have this freaking sweet hammer, this freaking sweet staff thing. They got a pointy finger. Look at it, it's pointing. I love that. That's great. A pointy finger there. But then they have like these like freaking like halberd kind of weapons here, or whatever you call them. I don't even know. And this one's got ribbons on it and the other ones don't. And so there's like different versions of each one that are a little bit different. These has an S there and a skull here and a G there. Gray Knights. I don't know what the S is there. Super Duper is what that one stands for. And a symbol on this one. They got the skull and the cross guard here and the regular cross guards here. This is really, really something else. Really impressed with these. The amount of variety and attention to detail. Look at these heads here. Oh my goodness. That is, they're grimacing. They have like lines in their chin and cheekbones and all this kind of, it's just really, really impressive. Like incredible, really. All these helmets are super cool. Love the OSL you get with the eyes. All right, so look, that I'm done looking at them on a tray. I'm gonna build them, and then I'll show you guys on like a round table, and I'll discuss kind of the building process and what I think of them and what I'm gonna do next. So that's going to meet over there. Alright, and here they are several days later, but finally all built. Definitely more complex than I had anticipated, mainly because they seem to really only want to go together kind of a certain way, in that you see how like the bones are hanging off of that guy's chest. Well, it won't work in some poses very well without cutting or bending or something like that of some of the feet, and so you're a little limited there. However, I did end up bending a few and doing stuff like that, especially on the shoulder pads, because I wanted maybe certain shoulder pads, like if I wanted a guy to always have a skull on all of his, helmet and, everything else, or, just kind of picking and choosing. And it's also kind of confusing about what shoulder pad I could put on what, because it was a little odd on what's paladin and what's not paladin. But at the end of the day, these are terminators, and because I said so, I think we're good. I also had to drill in the barrels. Surprisingly, those weren't pre-drilled. I had to go do that myself, which I thought was kind of odd, because I thought it looked terrible just flat like that, but added those anyway, and it ended up fine. I was able to screw those in, no problem at all. And I must say, though, I still really enjoyed being able to pose them differently, whether it's to turn them a little bit or, have them, be facing out or lunging or anything like that. You're going to see some orange bits every now and then. That's some putty I have just holding it in place while I prime it and all that, but I'll actually be taking that off to paint, so I'm not having to reach like behind their helmets and stuff like that. None of their heads are actually glued on there, because that's just silly. Add a little bit of rocks. I'll put some texture paint on the base. I wasn't sure about a theme or anything like that. And I didn't want anything too crazy, because I wanted them to be able to fit in kind of anywhere, whether it's, outside or in city rubble or something like that. Because I hate when you spend all this time basing and it looks like this great jungle environment and then they're fighting in the city. So I didn't want that. But again, this was so cool. Probably the worst part about all of this was actually that demon head. You'll see a little bit of putty. I had to extend the arm, so I actually had to fill that in with putty, and obviously it's not nearly as smooth as I'd like. I went ahead and put one of the kind of scroll work over top of that, and I think it'll be fine. Nobody's going to really pay attention unless I point it out like I just did. But yeah, I love all the different poses. Really enjoy how they look. I think they look great. Can't wait to paint them. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys, and seeing my first take on these. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up too bad. If you have any advice for me, please comment below and talk to me. I need all the help I could get. I feel like such a noob here. I'm sure I'm going to buy the wrong things and build them wrong and do the wrong stuff. And I'll tell you all about my wrong stuff as I do them. So stay tuned on the channel for my journey into this abyss. And of course, all the other gaming news. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon.